Hello. So today I want to tell you about the new game Twinkle Twinkle, and this was a Kickstarter that recently fulfilled. It is from All Play. This is not sponsored. I did back this game myself on Kickstarter, and of course I backed the deluxe bits because we all know who I am. But this is a really fun game that I have been playing a lot of. It plays 1 to 4 players. The solo is beat your own score, but it is a lot of fun because of the way that the bot works. So I do really enjoy it. So let me tell you about this game. So in Twinkle Twinkle, it is a drafting game. Every player is going to get one of these boards in their player color. Obviously, I'm green. So you take your board and you have this grid that you are going to be filling out. When this grid is completely full, everyone will have had the same number of turns. Everyone's grid will be full, and then we go into scoring. I like how everything in this game is notched so that it all fits together. So down here, it tells me how my constellations are going to score, which constellations are stars put together. There is then satellites, and every player gets a set of these. There's comets, there's planets, asteroids, and black holes. So those are the tiles that come in the base game, and those are the scoring conditions you are going to be playing with. Every scoring condition has a regular side and an advanced side. So obviously for your first game, play with the regular side. Once you know what you're doing, you can decide, do we want to do all advanced? Do we want to mix and match our scoring? You can do it however you like. So everybody will be doing the scoring the same though. So that's the only thing, is you have to agree on which scoring conditions we're going to use, but it will look something like this when you set up your board. Also, all of the tiles are fun and they're clear, and they have things like stars on them, which are going to make your constellations. And then they have things like, this is a black hole and it's marked with a B. So if you're ever wondering, like, is this a planet? Is this a black hole? There's also the letter symbol to help you know. And each one is going to score differently. So that's going to affect where you want to put it in your grid, because certain things score points when they're next to each other. Certain things lose points if they're next to each other. So you want to keep them far away. You get to play stuff out in your board wherever you want. There's no like adjacency rules. It's not like if I start here, my next tile has to touch it. Nope. You get to lay it out however you want. So sometimes you're going to lay it out hoping that the tile you want will come out in the future, and you can slot it in. So this is what your board looks like. And like I said, at the end, when this is all full, then we go through all of the scoring conditions and score it up. You can rotate these when you place them. You can flip them, all of that. These are the upgraded acrylic tiles. I'm not certain what the regular game comes with, but I do think the acrylics were an upgrade. So that's the individual player board. But then where the fun stuff happens is in the center. So, like I said, 1 to 4 players. And you have one side of the board is for 2 to 4 players. The other side of the board is for 3 players. So if we started out like this, this would be our turn order with our cute little astronauts. And we are going to put the tiles out onto the current round in the order that they come out of the bag. That is a lot of constellations. And then you're going to be able to see what is coming up next round. And if you ever get a tile that has this little clock symbol on it, it goes all the way to the right, and it tells you that on the board, usually because these are slightly better tiles. And the way that you draft affects your turn order next turn, which I like that mechanism. I know like King Domino does that. A lot of games do that. So if I'm first, maybe I really want this tile. So I can put my little marker there. But that means there's a chance that 2 more people could be ahead of me the following round. So I have to consider that too, because maybe there's something coming up that I really need. So if there's something I really need, then maybe I take something slightly less desirable now in order to get that. So I love that decision space. But basically everyone plays their little person out there. Everyone takes their tile, places it on their board. All the other players would do the same. The tile that's left goes away, and then we move everything up, put everybody in their new turn order, and refill. And then we keep doing this, like I said, until all 16 slots on our board have been filled. And then we bring out the little scoreboard, which also notches right in and is dry erase. And we total up the scores and see who got the most points. Most points wins. So this game is a lot of fun because it's that spatial puzzle of trying to figure out, what do I want to cluster together? What do I want to avoid? What do I want to draft now? What's coming up that I need? How do I place my turn order such that I can do that? I love that you have the option of the standard scoring or the advanced scoring for each of the objectives, but that's not all. I sound like an infomercial and I love it. I used to watch a lot of those. Does anyone remember Ron Popeil? You said it and forget it. Side note. Anyway, there is also the Twinkle Twinkle How I Wonder expansion, which of course I backed as well. And it comes with new scoring methods and tiles that you can place in. So we could take out, say, the asteroids and instead put in the moons. And they are going to have a standard and an advanced scoring for that. Or there are the galaxies. There are the nebulae. There are the rocket ships. There are the wormholes. And then I think the UFOs might have been like a Kickstarter exclusive, or those are an expansion that has to be purchased separately. I'm not 100% sure, but it has its own little board for the UFOs. But in this How I Wonder, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that brings you up to 10 different scoring options, both with standard and advanced, that you can try out. The variability is endless, and it plays solo and it plays up to 4 players. It is such a fun game. It is great. You can play it with tons of different ages. There's, of course, a little bit of luck because it is based on what tiles come out, but there's also strategy of how can I maximize what I have available to me with the confines of my grid that is only so many spaces big. So I love Twinkle Twinkle. I know you can get it on All Play's website, which I like shopping from them because they only have $4 shipping, and I hate expensive shipping. So $4, no matter what you buy, you can buy 1 game or you can buy 10 games and it's $4. I know you can get it there. I'm sure you can get it other places. Check your friendly local game store or check the normal places you get games. But this is a really fun game that I enjoy. Let me know, have you played it? What do you think of it? Give me a like and a follow, and I'll keep bringing you more board game content. Thanks. Bye.